Since the release of my last video, it has been about 2 weeks of mining in the Motherlode mine, and we finally hit 92. Hell yes, it's such a relief to finally be done with this. And after getting 92, we can of course move on to get some amethysts, and we will get a backpack of amethysts to prepare for our crafting grind. And then now we will move on to smelting gold. So with just doing some work on the struts in the Motherlode mine, I'm up to 68 in smithing at this point, and I have about 15,000 gold that I want to smelt, because I can do that fairly easily, and we can also use that for the crafting grind. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with the crafting grind yet, but we'll get to that when we have our gold smelt. But that's where we're gonna start off today. Hello, and welcome back to One Chunk at a Time, Iron Man. I realized that maybe I should show what I have gotten through all my mining endeavors here. I've done a little bit of gold smelting already, but we have like 15,000 gold, 16,500 mithril, 7,000 adamant, 500 runite, yeah, one inventory of amethysts, 25,000 iron, and 25,000 coal. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna go for with the smithing, but the gold smelting is actually less experience than I thought it would be. It seems like it's gonna be around 17,000 K an hour, which is roughly half of what I would have gotten in an hour of fixing the struts in the Motherlode mine. It surprised me a little bit that it's that bad. But I think Mithril is probably the best one to go for because of the. I think you kind of get the best bang for your buck when it comes to the coal I have as well to do Mithril instead of like iron or Addy or runite. I'm not sure about that though, but I think that's probably correct. Maybe. Who knows? I also have a whole bunch of clue scrolls in here. This is my row of clue scrolls that I've decided to put in here. Not only because there's so few of them that I can actually do, but I also hate them. So I just put them in there so I don't have to get them as drops. Yeah. Back to smelting gold. And that's gonna be 9 agility. And we have one more to go for this this chunk. I'm gonna go for 10 in agility this chunk just to prepare for Draenor, because I don't allow secondary training methods. I'm not gonna do up to 50 just to be able to do Infelidor, but we're gonna do till 10 just so that we can prepare for getting the Draenor course ready. I've also during the mining grind gotten up to level 8 in Hunter, and I think if we look at the map, I'm actually not too far off doing. I also forgot to put on the region locker. Never mind the region locker for this time. We're actually not too far off being able to do copper longtails, because if we had the region locker on now, like a normal person, we could have seen that this chunk here is one that we can pick after. Well, we can pick it now, really, and level 9 would be the first thing that we could do in Hunter. And I'm pretty sure that you can pick up the thing that like the bird trap thingy in Land's End. So that's pretty cool. If I can get up to that and we can unlock this chunk, we can actually start doing Hunter. And a Hunter is actually a skill that I haven't touched at all in osrs, like at all. Just not on this character. I've never done Hunter. So that would be pretty cool if we could get that going too. Because I haven't really, I mean, I haven't recorded at all in 2 weeks. I kind of forget how to do this, and I kind of just pop up like little things in my head that I've been planning to explain over the course of the 2 weeks, and instead of doing the smart thing of going back and explaining everything in the beginning, because I mean this is a video after all, I could edit it the way that I want to. Instead, I'm just gonna do it like this, just so that it makes me look more like a rambling idiot than I already am. So one of the comments that I've got from a couple of people in my latest video is about the Dwarven Stout, that I can boost both my mining and my smithing to be able to do my task goals of this grind, really. And because I've already got a 92 mining, you've probably deduced already that I'm not gonna go for the boosts. And kind of this very simple reasoning behind me not boosting is that my the task goal for me in this chunk is to get 92 mining. Yeah, but it's to get 92 mining and not 91. So it just makes more sense to me to do 92 instead of boosting. It just feels a little bit too cheaty for me. I know a lot of people use the boosts in their chunk accounts, but I've chosen not to. And that's 17 smithing. I still have like 10,000 or so gold left to smelt. This is taking quite a long time. I didn't expect this to take this long, and the XP per hour is really not good. But we're going on. We just really need the smithing levels, and I mean we need the gold for the crafting grind as well. So yeah, it's all gonna be useful in the end. It just takes longer than I anticipated. I've never smelted 15,000 gold before. Okay, so and that is all of the gold smelt. We now have 16,500 gold bars that we can play around with. I got up to 72 in smithing. I also got 9 in hunter, but because I'm a proper YouTuber now, I forgot to record it. Anyway, I also kind of want to remove all of my mining gear now. We don't really need to use that anymore. Maybe we don't ever have to put it on again. We probably will. Where's the thing? There's the thing. Okay, now. The hell? The hell? What happened to my hair? Dear Lord, that's some helmet head right there. I really did spend a lot of time in the mine. We're gonna have to fix that. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Okay. Now we have our hair fixed up. I want to move on to doing a bit of crafting. We have currently we have 45 in crafting. We need to get up to 83. But there is one thing that I've really wanted to do for a while now, and that is to check our bag full of gems. We have a lot of stored stuff in there, so I'm gonna start opening those and see what we get from them. Oh yeah, okay, cool. We didn't end up getting the onyx, which was not surprising at all. We got 7 dragonstone though, and 46 uncut diamonds, which is really nice. We're gonna just plonk all of those in there, and I'm gonna use up my old gold amulets. I'm gonna make amulets out of the sapphires and the emeralds, because the amulets are the highest thing that I can do with both of those. I'm gonna have to look into what I need for the other ones later, but for now I'm just gonna start cutting them. If I have a chisel. Do I have a chisel? I do have a chisel. Okay, cool. Let's do it. All right, so that's all of the gems cut. Was a whole lot of experience. We went from 45 to 55 in crafting from that. It was just really nice. I also discovered that of course I can't use the amulets that I have. I forgot how to craft, but yeah. But we're now gonna just put the sapphires and the emeralds to work and just make those into to amulets, and we will kind of see where we go from there. I don't think there's I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the rubies and diamonds. We'll find that out when we're done with this. All right, so all of the jewelry is now done. I still have 57 diamonds and 7 dragonstone, but I think I'm not gonna touch those for now because I kind of rather save those for something that I actually need them for, and I can't make the highest experience gaining thing from the diamonds anyway at this point. But I want to save them for whatever I may want to use it for later on instead. So what we have now is in the skill calculator here is that for the rest of the crafting grind I want to use unpowered orbs to get there. And the reason I want to do that is because I can use those later on, hopefully, to make battle staffs with them. And that will actually give me quite a lot of money in the end. I have a bit that I actually need to unlock before I can do that, but I think that's a better future proofing than anything. So to get from level 60 where we're at now, don't mind the calculator up in the left. It's wrong because I did the last bit of the crafting on my phone. We have 60 in crafting, and to get from 60 to 83, we need like 2.3 million experience, which adds up to 45,305 unpowered orbs. I could do like bullseye lantern lenses or whatever instead. That would make the experience go up a bit, but at the same time, I would not be future-proofing, like getting all of that money out of it, because I just can't get as much out of that as the orbs from what I can see, at least. So this is kind of gonna be just a show of my bad maths and everything, but from my calculations, I can deduce that we are gonna need about 1200 mithril bars to be able to make. Well, if I get 1200 mithril bars, I will make more than enough mithril chain bodies and sell them in the Falador chain body shop or whatever it's called, chainmail shop. I can sell them in there for like 1200 something each, and if I do all of that, I will have enough money for the crafting grind. So what I'm gonna start off doing, I'm really bad at math, so it's probably gonna be a bit off, but I'd rather do too much than too little. I don't really have faith in the smithing itself being a very good way of getting to 84, 85 in smithing, whatever I need for that. And I'm probably gonna be end up having to do a lot of just fixing struts in the motherlode mine. But for right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get 1200 mithril bars and start making those into mithril chain bodies and sell those and make at least I didn't even mention it, but the we we need about 450,610 gold to be able to make all of the unpowered orbs that we need, and I'm gonna go a little bit above what I need, just because money is good to have. It's never a bad thing, and I need the smithing anyway. And that's 10 agility. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we were doing smithing. So I have finished the 1200 mithril bars that I wanted. So now we're gonna start running down to the anvil in the dwarven mine and make all of these into mithril chain bodies that I will later on sell, and will use it for the last bit of the crafting grind. And yeah, I may end up doing some strut work and whatnot between as well, but this is what we're going for now. We should end up with 400 of them, which is gonna be quite a nice cash deck for me. Hopefully. It's gonna be a lot of running here, dear lord. It's actually to the point where it might actually be better to run down to Thurgo. Like, it kind of both of the anvils that I have are really shitty for me, but I think this one will be closer. I've recorded this clip for some reason. I cannot for the life of me remember why. But yeah, just pretend that I have a good joke here, or some nice music or something, I guess. And with the smithing grind done, and also selling all of the mithril chain bodies, I now have I got almost like 500,000 from that. I think that's what I have in total right now. Let's see. Yeah, we have 504k. So I'm gonna start doing the buying of sand and soda ash for my crafting grind. And is anyone screaming at the video right now? Is anyone upset with me for doing the math wrong? Maybe no one noticed, but yeah, I did the math wrong on the crafting grind. I failed to consider the fact that I actually get 20 experience from blowing the I get 20 experience per molten glass that I make, so I don't need 45,000 of the orbs done. I actually need 32,806 done. So yeah, I'm gonna start buying the sand and ash from Port Sarim, and we can get going with that. I also was contemplating like how to actually remember what like how many of the things that I need to buy when I'm there. Like I have I set up a way so that I could do just count every time that I shop them with well, what all of the times that I buy them using my stream deck, which I thought was a pretty smart idea up until the point where I realized that I could just bring only the money that I need for the stuff. So as long as I buy the same amount of both sand and the soda ash, I should be fine, and I don't have to count. I just have to wait for my money stack to go away, and hopefully not press put everything in the deposit box. Also with the I don't have region locker. anymore. The region GPU plugin doesn't even seem to be available anymore on the thing from what I saw. Which is gonna be a little bit weird. There's still the map though, so for now I guess that will have to do. But yeah, it feels a little bit weird to not have the unlocked chunks grayed out. But hopefully they can integrate that into the HD client, well the HD plugin as well. Would be really nice. Change of plans again. So I tried to, well, I have bought almost 1,300 of the buckets of sand and the soda ash, and it takes me roughly an hour to get 500 of them. If I do it, like if I try to do it as best as I can, I guess. And with 500 an hour, it's gonna take me 70 hours or so to just buy the stuff that I need, which was not really something that I wanted to do. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start doing amulets out of my gold that I have. I still have 14.7 thousand gold bars, and that's gonna help me with a little bit over 400,000 experience in crafting, which is gonna cut down the grind with about a fifth. And at the end of my gold, of my amulet making, I'm gonna turn my diamonds into whatever the best thing I can as well, just to speed that up a bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do anything with the dragonstone, but we'll see about that. I'm not sure at all if this is gonna be the most efficient way of going about this, but it's what I've decided to do, because it feels like it's gonna be way quicker to make the amulet molds, because I already have the gold. Like, of course, the experience per hour would be a whole lot better if I could make the glass blowing, but I don't have the stuff for the glass blowing yet, and that is taking a load of time. So yeah, to cut down on the just buying stuff grind, I'm gonna make my amulets, and we'll see where we go from there. It's just kind of how my stuff goes here. I'll just try something out, and then if it doesn't work, we change it. Okay, so 15 hours later, I'm done with making all of the amulets from the gold bars, and I've kind of rethought the process of leveling the next couple of the next two grinds that we have. What I've decided to do is something that I completely disregarded from the beginning, but looking into it more and whatnot, I've realized how stupid it has been of me to not utilize this from the beginning, and that is the shooting stars. The shooting stars is really powerful as a crafting method. And instead of having to buy everything for the glass blowing, which is gonna take me about 50 hours with what I have right now, I have decided to start doing my smithing grind. We still need to get to 85 in smithing, so we have, like, if we get about 400 or 40k an hour doing the strut fixing down here, we will have about a 50 to 55 hour grind ahead of us with just doing the struts. So I've decided to start doing that while also going for this, like, hopping worlds, just like I do. I've decided to start doing this grind while also going for shooting stars, instead of just buying the stuff and buying the stuff for the molten for the glass blowing. God dang it, I can't speak. Too tired. And I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna be better for me time-wise, but either way, doing the smithing grind like this is what I have had in mind from the start, because this is a very nice way of doing smithing, and to break it up with some mining at the shooting stars is gonna be pretty nice, I think. In either way, it's hopefully gonna be better than spending 50 hours in Port Sarim just buying soda ash and sand. So yeah, we're gonna start with doing this, and we'll kind of see where we end up. Oh, I should also probably mention that if there's one or two people out there that doesn't know, from the shooting stars we get stardust. From the stardust we can buy bags of gems that I'm gonna use for crafting. I'm kind of at the point where I assume that everyone knows everything about this game except for me, so I can't kind of just forget to explain all of it sometimes. But yeah, that's what we have to look forward to, and what I have decided to do for now. 76 in smithing and 72 in crafting. So I've done over the last couple of days, I've done some working on the struts in the motherlode mine. I've turned my my soda ash and sand into the unpowered orb, so I have 1350 almost. I also did some shooting star mining. I have 283 stardust left out of that grind, but I've also already made some amulets out of the gems that I got from there. So I have like 18 diamond amulets and a whole bunch of stuff. I think it all together it was like 600 gems or something that I had from that. I'm not actually sure if the shooting star mining is gonna be something that I am saving time on right now. I think the kind of the damage that I've done to this grind that I have now has already been done, and the shooting stars would have been a really good idea for when I still had the mining grind, but because I don't have the mining grind anymore, because I spent everything on the motherlode, I don't actually think that I gain. Well, I don't think I really make up for it in time right now, because like in my chunks I only have 3 spots that I can pick up the shooting stars. It's down here in Rimington. It's in the Falador East next to the mining guild, and west of Falador in the mining area there. And those are all in Asgarnia, and Asgarnia has 6 spots where it can land. So on top of those 3, we have the one in the crafting guild, we have the one in the dwarven mine entrance at the little dwarven thingy there, and we also have, I think it's like up there next to the ice mountain. I think it's the entrance to the below ice mountain quest thingy. So when I search for the shooting stars, I have to. Well, I mean, I can only search for Asgarnia, of course, because that's where I am. But I also only have like 50% chance in Asgarnia only to get the shooting star, and with just like running around looking for the star, like it all just kind of adds up to a lot of time, and sometimes I just get there and I've spent like 10-15 minutes or so just trying to find the thing, and then I come there and it's like almost done already, because I mean you have to factor in as well that I only have 10 agility, so I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think it would have been a great thing to do while I still had the mining grind, like I said. But at this point, I'm really not sure what to do. Well, I mean, I know what to do, but I'm just not sure if the shooting star is actually gonna bring down the total time that I'm gonna have to spend on the grinds. I've also done a little bit of addy bars. One of the reasons is that I realized that my best axe is a mithril axe, and I can make an adamant axe. So I'm gonna make that with the addy bars. I think I'm gonna go over and actually do some smithing right now, because right now I'm kind of playing at the prime time for Europe, which means that most of the times doing the struts in the motherlode mine is kind of really shitty experience compared to doing it in the morning. And if I do some mithril, I can get some really useful things, like just add up on some arrow tips and like some nails, and just kind of more of the chain bodies too, just to sell and get money, because I mean money is always going to be useful. I'm never gonna regret doing that, and it would also be nice just to use up a bunch of the ores that I actually have, and just not have it in the bank for no reason really. I mean, of course, I would have loved it if I could unlock the blast furnace for doing this, but at the same time, like it could be a very very long time until I get the blast furnace. So I don't really want to bank on getting that anytime soon. So I'm gonna trot along, do some smelting, some smithing, and well, I'm gonna be back at the struts as well, because some times of the day it's a really nice experience. One thing that I have been pretty good at conveying with my videos here is that I'm an inexperienced player, and also a bit of a dingus maybe, who changes his mind a lot on what to do and what not, just because I have a lot of ideas and different plans and whatnot. But something that I haven't been all that good at conveying is that I'm not a complete idiot. Maybe to some, but one thing that I just wanted to clarify is that I'm very very well aware that doing smithing this way is definitely not even close to being as quick as doing the struts in the motherlode mine, even though this is a bad time for doing them. Like if I did them right now, I would probably get around, oh, that's what, 77 in smithing. I would probably get around 30k an hour, I would say, like 25. No, not 25. I would get above 30. I'm fairly sure, even though it's a pretty bad rate for this. Doing it in the morning, or like before lunch, I would say, I can fairly easily get 40k an hour, roughly, and yeah, doing the smithing grind like this, like smelting the mithril bars, gives me about 13k an hour, and smithing them seems to give me around like 22-ish, maybe. I haven't done this for long enough for the XP per hour to settle, but a little bit over 20. So I know that this is not a good thing to do time-wise, but it's honestly just a good thing for my sanity. As I got locked out for doing too many world hopping, I decided to smelt some mithril bars, and I had a comment. A certain Cesar Felix, he came in clutch with a new smithing method for me, and what this person told me is that files in here will actually unnote your banknotes for 5 gold each. So we have 500 noted mithril bars that we can use with him to unnote them, of course, and then we can just run down to Thurgo and use his anvil. I think it feels like that should be a much shorter, well, maybe not much, but quite a bit shorter than running from Falador Bank to the mine in the Dwarven mine. Oh, the anvil in the Dwarven mine, of course. Yeah, dang it. So I mean, I'm definitely the one for trying new things. So I'm gonna do that. I don't really need to go through his dialogue to do that. We just do that, and then we unnote it, and then we run away and to Thurgo, and we smith our bars, and then I'm just gonna run back to files and do the same thing again. And we'll kind of see how well this works as a smithing method. It feels kind of good. I think it will be a bit quicker at least. And I mean, I love trying new things, so I'm gonna do this these 500 and kind of see where we end up. I have decided to do the arrow tips because I mean, it would be quicker just time-wise to do chain bodies, and I would also be able to make some money out of it. But I kind of don't want to sell the chain bodies to the general store, and if I don't want to do that, I have to run up to Port Sarim and bank it, which will add a bit of running time each round. So I just decided to do the arrow tips. We're gonna need it for fletching and ranged later on anyway. So I thought it was a pretty good way of doing things. But yeah, we'll kind of just see how this ends up, really. So with the last pieces of mithril bars used up in this little smithing test, it seems like we end up at around 26,500 experience per hour, and that would be like 4,000 or 5,000 an hour better than doing mithril chain bodies in the Dwarven mine. I'm not really sure what that equates to in the end, because I mean, the bodies are obviously quicker to smith than the arrow tips, because I only use up one bar at a time here, and with the bodies I used up 3 at a time. So yeah. Anyway, this was a much better smithing option for me. It does cost some money, but no, not too much. I will, I mean, it's still kind of far from being as good as the struts. So I'm gonna go back and do the struts again. But for when I get locked out of doing struts, I will probably continue doing this. I did use up one inventory of bars now to make the mithril chain bodies, actually, because I wanted to see if files would actually note stuff for you, but he doesn't. He will only unnote stuff for you, and I also wanted to see how much I got for them in the general store. And I only get 780 for them there, which is like 300 or something worse than the chain body shop thingy in Falador. But yeah, a little test, and it worked out really nicely. Thank you for that, Caesar. It's really nice getting comments like that on videos to just give some new ideas, some new stuff to try out, and this time it was a good one. And that is 80 smithing. Hell yeah. And this book of knowledge put in on Hunter should give us level 10 in Hunter. Hey, hey, hey. And that's 81 in smithing. I was interested in going back and trying what I talked about before with doing chain bodies and banking them and see where we end up. So I've been doing that for a bit now, and it seems like we're settling on about 24k an hour doing this, which is not horrible, not super great either. Like I do eight of the chain bodies and one set of arrow tips every trip. But yeah, it was just interesting to try out, I feel like, and doing this will obviously give us quite a bit more money. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, the arrow tips are gonna be really useful too. So, but yeah, and I also, of course, realized that we could make this process quicker. Both this and the arrow tip method by using portals to the home, to the POH, but I really don't want to waste my law runes on a smithing grind like this, and it would be such a short distance anyway, like from here to the POH. I just don't want to waste my law runes on that, because I mean, I don't have a way to buy law runes right now, so I don't want to waste my runes on that. One other thing that I wanted to touch on a little bit is the fact that, because I've already mentioned this, but because I'm using the HD client now, I no longer have the region GPU, because the region GPU doesn't work with the HD client. It's kind of obvious, but I really like the region GPU because I could blacken out all of the areas that I'm not allowed to walk in, which would just make it visually a lot easier for me to see where my chunks are and whatnot. But because I'm using the HD client, I can't use it, so I have decided to use the borders that you can use from the region locker plugin instead. The same plugin that is for the map. So the same plugin that does this does also do borders. The sad thing with it, though, is that it does make this border on every single chunk. I would have loved it if there was an option to remove all of the ones that you can pass, like the borders that you can cross, I should say. That would have been a really nice touch on this, because it's a little bit annoying to see them all of the time everywhere. But I think for now this is kind of what we're gonna go with for this. We'll see if it actually sticks. But yeah, that's. I mean, this is a fairly common thing to use anyway for chunkers. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. And there's 83 in smithing. I got 82 on mobile. Now we can make chassis and supply plate bodies. Ooh, hello. So we have 84 in smithing coming in, but way more importantly, we have 85 smithing coming in. Hell yes, finally. Now we can just go and smelt this ruinite bar. Hell yeah. Oh my god, it feels so good. Like the big difference between doing a grind like this and when you're just like going for a drop or something is that it's kind of less joy to do this. I'm super relieved to be done with this, because it has taken so long, and smithing is kind of boring. But also, like the the last the last evening at least was really shitty with the jumping for the struts. I think because maybe a lot of group Ironman has made it to the Motherlode mine by then, because there was so much more people than usual, and I just struggled getting anything done there. Anyway, we're done with smithing. The only thing we have left now is crafting. I have already prepared my crafting supplies. I have already bought the buckets of sand and soda ash, 24,236 of them each. I don't really know, like, I haven't really kept track of how much time the individual things took me, but getting the soda ash and the buckets of sand, that took me 8 days. 8 full days of only doing this. Well, I mean, for the time that I managed to find to play, but roughly 50 hours, I think. I think I got like 500 or so per hour just running back and forth in Port Sarim. But yeah, we're gonna start doing the crafting, turning this into molten glass, and then turning them into unpowered orbs. I'm not sure if I mentioned that I already made some unpowered orbs before. This whole chunk has been such a mishmash of stuff, and it's taken so long that I forget. But yeah, we're gonna do some molten glass now. Honestly, probably the nicest thing about being done with especially the smithing, well, and also to buy the stuff for the crafting, is that I'm now done with the world hopping. That's kind of the thing that I've disliked the most. Just yeah, just hopping all the time. I just kind of don't like it. And that is the last couple of molten glass that we needed. So this has been about a week of just making molten glass, just smelting. It has taken me about like 35 hours, I would say, in game time. I think I did calculate that I do or that I did like 750 of them an hour or something, which equates to like 32, 33-ish. But like I wasn't paying full attention all the time, so let's say 35-ish. Well, yeah, it took me a week. So now all we gotta do is grab a hold on our on my pipe here, and just blow as fast as I can. Make all of them. Oh, I was making the orbs, right? Yes, orbs. We're making orbs. Yay! Okay, let's do it. Fascinating. Are you guys ready for it? These are the last couple of orbs. Come on. Let the math be correct. Yay! 80 freaking 3. And we can now make amethyst bolt tip. Okay, cool. How do we make amethyst bolt tips? I'm gonna clear my the Phyllis. How do we make those? I think we... Oh. Let's do that. Is it with this chisel? It is. Ah, yeah. Oh, freaking hell. We did it, boys. We're done. All of the long grinds are done. Finally, dear lord, this chunk. But we're not done with the chunk exactly. Do you guys remember something that we haven't done yet? that I'm honestly not even sure that I can do, because I'm not entirely sure that we have the materials. But there is one fellow who require our assistance. Poor Larry. He's been waiting so long for me to fix his home. I'm not even sure exactly what to do here. So this is the Mahogany Homes thingy. So I'll remove this maybe, and we'll make another table for him. Like I can't make. I need a saw. Okay, so I can't do it because I don't have a saw. I kind of guessed that would be the issue. Yeah, I can't buy a saw. And can we repair the hat stand? Do we need a saw to repair the hat stand? I do need a saw for it. Okay, so we can't do anything with the Mahogany Homes before getting a saw. That's a little bit sad and weird. Yeah. So this chunk has been a long time coming. It has taken a long time to do. I have gotten a lot of inspiration from like all of the grinds, and so a bunch of ideas that I've gotten from a fellow chunker that has done this chunk very recently too, and I wanted to make a shout out to him because I love his videos, and I hope well, I think most of you guys do too, to be honest. And that guy is this man. I honestly have never heard his name being said. So how do you even say it? How do you say the name?
Busia.
But what again?
Busia.
Okay. I'm not gonna question Google Translate. What do I know? No matter how you pronounce his name, go watch his videos. He's amazing. He's cool. And also he streams. Go check his streams. All of it, you know? It has been 64 days since we last rolled a chunk, and we're about to do another roll soon. There is a couple of things that I want to go over first, and I'm gonna try to do it fairly quickly so it doesn't get too boring, because it's some things that I've been asked about, some things that I've just thought about myself, and we're just gonna go through that regarding like rules and a little bit like that. So first of all, I forgot to have the volcano as an unlockable chunk last time we rolled. That was not intentional at all. That was completely just my mess up. I didn't have any intention of removing that from the picking at all. Okay, so from that we jump over to combat achievements. I have decided to completely disregard combat achievements because I can't find a way to really work that into the game as like organically as I can. So I've just kind of been fed up with the whole combat achievements thing, and I'm just gonna disregard it. If I find some that I want to do, then I will, but I will not have it as a task for my chunks. That's just like a decision that I made. And another rule for mini games. For mini games, I have the collection log as chunk tasks, but I'm gonna make a very hard exception there, and it's not really gonna be that impactful, I think. But I'm not gonna do the PvP oriented mini games, basically just because I hate PvP with a passion in these types of games. and in RuneScape in particular, like, no, I'm not gonna do PvP if I can save myself from it. I may try some of the mini games because I haven't done like really any of them. So I may try them, but I'm not gonna have them as chunk tasks where you're just gonna remove those from any of our tasks. Yeah. And lastly, I have been asked about bosses and raids and what to do about that. I have decided to, for the raids, like the proper raids and the Inferno, I have decided to do that as an end game, like a very late end game thing. So I will probably do those at some point, but like I will just kind of do them when I feel like it, because I mean we are one chunk away from unlocking the Inferno technically. I'm not going to be able to do the Inferno, definitely not. Because I mean the Inferno for one is like it's a thing that most RuneScape players don't ever do, and like I mean I've been playing this game for like 4 or 5 months now, so I don't feel like there's really anyone that expects me to do that as soon as I unlock it. Well, because I can't really. It would be impossible for me. But anyway, for the raids and Inferno, I'm gonna put that as a very late game thing. And even though I unlock them, I'm not gonna do them because I will just do them like. I think the Inferno for one is something that I will probably do as a kind of the last episode or something of this series if we get to that. But yeah, that's the thing with raids. And with bosses, when I unlock a boss, most of the time I don't have any clue whatsoever myself if I'm gonna be able to do them or not, because I am very inexperienced with the game. All I can say about bosses is that I'm gonna tackle them on an individual basis, and I'm not only gonna go from just me guessing shit. I'm gonna look up stuff. Like if I unlock a boss, I'm gonna look him up, like what would be a reasonable like gear setup for me to actually try that at all, or I'll just charge in and try it and see what happens. But I also have a lot of people that I can ask, like people that have actually played the game for a long time, and they have always been very helpful. And if I get to like, I don't know, take whatever random boss that I have no idea what it is, like Solra, for example. I don't know what Solra is really. I know the name, but like I have no clue what I would like, what a reasonable setup for me would be to beat that boss. Like I have no idea. But I will deal with those on an individual basis, and I will gather as much information as I can from other people and videos and whatnot. And that leads us to the fight caves. Because we're only one chunk away from the fight cave. Is it fight caves? I'm not even sure. You get the fire cape in there. You guys know what I mean. That is something that is kind of reasonable to do with mid level gear, ranged it seems, but if I unlock that now, I'm not gonna even try for it, because one thing that you absolutely need is herbalism. You need potions, and I need to unlock that and be able to make potions to help me to get the fire cape. Like I know that there are videos of people doing getting the fire cape at combat level 3 or whatever. I know, but no one. I don't think anyone has ever gotten a fire cape without potions. So first of all, we need potions for it, and I probably need a whole bunch more things. From what I've seen with that one in particular, seems like the void set would actually be a pretty good starting point for me with that, because you need a lot of range, but I also need the potions. So yeah, I really hope this was not too boring, but it was stuff that I kind of felt like I wanted to go through, because it's I've been asked a bit about it, and now we're finally ready to pick another chunk. We're gonna pick another chunk. So we have a couple of chunks here that we can't pick because like I can't get out here. There's no way for me to go past this this wall here, so that's why those are not there. I'm kind of going over this for my sake too, not only you. We have pest control there that we can unlock. We have stuff, 2 of those stuff over there. Yeah. Okay. I would really like this chunk. Chunk number 1 would be my dream chunk right now. I really want to unlock farming, to be honest, and get closer to Draenor for the agility. Anyway, I really hope I don't get 3. That's all I'm gonna say. Really hope I don't get 3 or 5. Really, I think I would rather take 3 than 5. But yeah, are you guys ready? I don't know if I am, but let's do it. Oh, we gotta say a chunk. Oh, okay. So we have unlocked some moss giants, it seems. Okay. Okay, yeah. It's a little bit anticlimactic, but we're gonna have to get a magic staff and a mossy key from those guys, and we'll just kind of see where we go from there, I guess. With the new chunk unlocked, that is gonna be the end of this episode. We have a little bit of a moss giant grind to go now, but yeah, we'll see where we go from this. I kind of want to end this by saying that I know that I was all over the place in this video. I was really contemplating like editing away a lot of my confusion and whatnot, but I decided to leave it all in chronological order, just to kind of show what I went through in my head as well as I did this episode. I have never put this much into one episode before, and it was a lot. It was a lot. Currently, we're at 37 days and 12 hours played, and that is actually exactly 900 hours. So far we've put 900 hours into this account. I don't really know how much the last chunk took, but it was a lot. I really hope you guys enjoy the video and keep enjoying the series. I will hopefully be able to pump out more videos soon again, with all of these long grinds done now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.